sharing from Nitya, because first she says all mental knowledge and all concepts can be kept aside. That's exactly what we are pointing to. And what is selling the mental concept, what is selling beliefs, what is selling ideas are only these thoughts or the mind. So often we use the word mind and ego interchangeably, but there is a slight distinction. You see? Because mind is just this energy of thoughts. The ego is the sense of separation that comes after believing the thought. So the mind is like the agent, the catalyst for ego creation. Anyway, we're getting technical, so let's not worry about that. We kept it aside, which is good. Then he says, without relying on any concept, it is seen that there is the appearance of that which we call being or consciousness. And that was the purpose of giving everyone this pointer. Can you stop being now? Was to introduce you to the appearance of consciousness. You see? This consciousness is also appearing to I. We'll come to that. Phenomenal play, appearing and disappearing, happens. So within this phenomenal play, there is a little knowing, little awareness. When I mean little, I don't mean little as in less limited little. I mean the small k and the small a. It's the conceptual knowing or the intellectual knowing. But that which knows the appearance of being is not conceptual. You see, no concept can help us with that. It is a direct seeing that being is here. And I know that if I was to say, find your being, a few rare ones might see this if you're new to Satsang, but for most of you, it becomes a struggle. How do I find my being? It is a big struggle here also. How do I find this being? But I find if I ask, can you stop being? Then it is just seen that being is here. How can I stop this presence that is here? The sense I am. This is seen. See? Not with worldly eyes, but with non-phenomenal seeing or awareness itself. And therefore, when we say, I cannot stop being, although the words are reported in phenomenality, they are not a result of some belief or some concept. They are only arising from what is directly seen. Words can come from only two places. They can come from the direct seeing, or they can come from some beliefs. Okay? So now they are not coming from the belief in God anymore. It is coming from the direct experience of God. Isn't it? So just like this, then it becomes clear that this is consciousness. This being is consciousness. And all this phenomenal play is appearing and disappearing within this being. And then we come to this place where the mind has no chance, you see. Because when we ask who is aware even of this being, no intellectual concept, no mental knowledge can help. And yet it is seen that there is a seeing of this being. It is seen that there is a seeing of this being. That is why when we say being is here, it is not coming from concept. It is coming from this seeing, the direct experience, as I call it. So to see that there is a seeing is seeing itself. Don't let your mind convince any of you now that these words are complicated, okay? Yeah. Because we can say that being is here, therefore there must be a seeing of the being. And because we can say that there is a seeing of the being, there is a seeing of the seeing. Maybe this part you can hear a few times. But there is a seeing of the seeing, which is awareness aware of itself. Again, I'm saying not in the worldly sense of the word seeing, not in the phenomenal seeing or knowing, but something which cannot be expressed phenomenally, is aware that awareness is here. Just to be able to say, I am aware, even to be able to say, I am unaware, means there must be an awareness of aware or unaware. You see? So even when we say that I am unaware, there is an awareness that we are calling something unawareness. So someone actually asked on Facebook, I didn't have time to respond to him on Facebook, but they said, what about sleep and dream? And Atma answered actually very beautifully on that. Thank you, my dear, because you answered exactly what I would have said, which is that how do we know that there is sleep state and dream?
Yeah.
It is directly seen that it is there. It is not coming from some belief. The experience of sleep state is not coming as a belief in sleep state. The experience of dream state is not because there is some belief that there is dream state. So it's not conceptually known. So this, which we call the seeing, is actually non-phenomenal. And therefore we can also call it the no thing. But if you hear me often, you will know that I prefer to call it no thing rather than nothing. You see, because no thing means non-phenomenal. No thing means non-phenomenal, whereas nothing means, oh, it is nothing. So it is good to see that being or consciousness is here. And it is good to see that it is also our direct experience, that which we call sleep state, that it is not here. And the whole feeling from here in the sharing of satsang from the beginning has been to demystify this, unravel this reality, the non-phenomenal reality that I am.